be a pretty boring day, but it turned out to be pretty great. Today was one of those days. I was supposed to go to career day at my grammar school, but instead I went to Gramma School.
Oh, buddy. I know you were really excited to go to school today for career day. I heard Sam's mom is going to be there and she's bringing muffins from her bakery, but we just can't have you go with this nasty cold and all of this sneezing. See, you don't want to get anybody else sick. I already talked to Grandma, and you're okay to go to her house because I have a big meeting today that I just can't miss.
Okay, I guess. It'll just be so boring.
It'll be fun. Besides, you'll get to rest. Tomorrow you'll be 100%, I'm sure. Besides, I'm sure she'd like the company. It's pretty quiet over there these days.
She doesn't look sick. Are you sure she needs to stay home? Oh, okay, gotcha. Come on in.
Bye, Mom. Have a good meeting.
Bye, kiddo. Hope you feel better. Bye, Mom. Give me a call if anything gets worse.
Oh, we'll be fine. Just go ahead and get to work. So what do you want to do?
Nothing. I mean, I wanted to go to school today, but I guess that's not happening. I'll just play my game on my phone. Whatever.
Well, if you don't have any better idea, I guess you could do what I'm doing.
Is that really a better idea? What are you doing today, anyway?
Oh, it's really a full day. But first things first, I start with my stretches. No better way to start the day. You ever do yoga?
No. I've heard of it, but I've never done it. It looks pretty easy. I could give it a try.
Oh, well, we'll do an easy form. I don't want to push you with that cold. This is the mountain pose. I love this next one. This is the warrior pose.
I am a warrior.
Sure you are, but can you be a tree? This is the tree pose.
Okay, I get it. That's a lot harder than it looks. You really do this every day?
Yep, every day. It helps me feel strong and limber. No better way to start the day. Now, we slowly lower into the child's pose. Doesn't that feel good? Okay, this is the cat pose. And this is the cow pose. And one more I know you can do. This is the corpse pose. What are you doing?
It's a new pose to do right after corpse pose. I call it the zombie pose.
I am more afraid of getting whatever you have than of you eating my brain.
Well, that was pretty cool. I guess I'll just go back to my game.
If you want to. I've got lots more fun stuff to do today. It's almost time for my ASL class.
What's ASL? You can just take a class online?
Sure. You can sit there and relax while I log in. It's through the library.
What's ASL?
Bless you. It's American Sign Language. There's a lady at the community center. She's hard of hearing and she uses ASL, so I thought I'd pick up some of the basics. Can you guess what this is?
I have no idea. Bouncing? Rabbit? Good eye, mite?
No, it means grandma. And this is you.
Grandchild? Student? Kid?
No, sick.
Oh, I get it. What is sneeze?
I don't know, but I can ask in my class today.
Would it be okay if I watched your class and maybe learned a few more things?
I don't see why not.
Well, that was pretty cool too. I know there's a kid at my school who uses ASL. I'll have to try some of the things that I learned today and see if I can communicate with them.
Good idea. It's always so nice to reach out to someone new. So are you feeling a little hungry? Could you maybe choke down a bite of lunch?
Absolutely. My stomach is growling.
Okay, what do you say to my family famous secret recipe, perfect pancakes?
I'd say yes.
All right, you can help me. But first you have to promise never to reveal to a single soul what you have learned here today. All right? No one.
Yes.
So there are two secrets to my pancakes. The first is to the dry ingredients here. I've added a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of clove. Good. Now, go ahead and mix that in.
Can't really smell it today, but good to know.
Now, don't get grossed out by this next thing. To the wet ingredients, I've replaced half the oil with mayonnaise.
What? How on earth could you do that, Grandma? Mom hates mayo. Does she know about this?
I promise it won't taste like mayonnaise, but it makes them so light and fluffy. Now, go ahead and mix the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients. Good, and mix that together. It makes them so nice and fluffy. You can see how it gets a little frothy on the top, and the batter is going to stay a little lumpy, just a little. Now, I have this pan nice and warm, but not burning hot. In goes a pat of butter to melt, and a scoop of the batter.
Like this?
Perfect. You have got the pancake knack.
When do I flip it?
Ah, you have to be patient. See how it's starting to bubble up? Well, we want it cooked all the way through, not burned on the bottom. And when it's bubbled up all over on the top like that, you can flip it. So wait for it. Wait. There. See that? Go ahead and flip this guy.
That is so satisfying.
I almost forgot. The next critical thing, I have to heat the maple syrup just a bit in the microwave.
Yeah, that way when you pour it over, the butter gets even more melty. I love that. Oh no, I completely forgot I'm supposed to work on my science project today. I have to write out the 6 stages of the water cycle and then say something about how I see this in my daily life.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Not to me. But my grade is pretty good in this class, and it is due Friday, so I want to make sure I do okay so that I don't have my grade down low too much.
How can I help?
Could you maybe just keep me company? I get kind of distracted when I'm by myself.
Sure, of course. I'll just sit here quietly and look at this book I borrowed on houseplants.
See, you've got evaporation, condensation, precipitation, accumulation/collection, surface runoff, and the last one I can never remember and I have to look it up. Oh, yes, transpiration. It's kind of like evaporation.
Oh, it is? How so?
So like the water has to get back into the atmosphere somehow, right? So it can evaporate by changing from a liquid form to a gas form and going back into the air. It's like magic.
So it's kind of like the fish tank, where the water level gets lower and lower even though there isn't a leak.
Exactly. Abracadabra. The water is going back into the air inside the house.
And what is that other one? Transportation?
Transpiration. That is plant magic. So that is when water is absorbed by a plant or a tree or whatever, and then the plant or whatever releases it back into the air.
Yeah, I get it. Like when I water my plants, and some of it is evaporated into the air, but some of it is transpirated by the plant itself into the air.
Yeah, I think. Hey, could I write some of that down for how I see this in my daily life?
Of course. But if you get an A, I want you to make sure that your mom knows that I get some of the credit.
Oh, come on. I'm the one who has to write it all out. Okay, I'll let her know you helped.
Oh, that reminds me, I have some of my own homework to do. Would you like to help me?
Sure, as long as I don't have to do any more yoga.
No, I promise. I have to stuff these envelopes for the animal shelter where I volunteer, and you can put on the stamps.
Yeah, I can do that. So, do you help out with them a lot?
I do. Once per week. I get over there and clean up after the animals and play with them a little bit. It's hard work, but it's so important to the animals and the people that they help. I like to lend a hand where I can. And you should see those animals when they get to go home with the family. I cry every time.
Jeez, Grandma.
I know, but you should see those dogs. They are so happy to go with a family. There, that's done. What would you like to do now? Play video games?
Well, I could, but then you'd probably be bored. What are you going to do?
Well, I have been painting a little with this paint set someone gave me.
I guess I could do that too.
I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. I don't really like everything I've done, but it's been really fun to learn and get better with each painting.
Yeah, we paint a lot at school. I'm pretty terrible at it, so I never found it fun.
You look like you're having fun now.
I guess I am. It's different when you don't have to do it. Plus, I don't have to worry about being totally embarrassed in front of the kids at school who are really good at art. There is this one boy who can draw so real looking, you would think he traced it.
Nothing embarrassing about learning, I'd say. Best way to learn is to mess up. I bet even that kid has some messed up projects at home.
Maybe. I guess I never thought about that.
What you working on over there?
Messing up.
Come on, what is it?
It's a yoga painting.
Yoga? That looks like a landscape. You know, scenic stuff you'd see outside.
Exactly. Mountains, a tree, a cat, and a cow.
So shouldn't there be a zombie?
I don't think I can paint a good zombie. I gotta say, I thought today would be really boring. Well, that if you didn't have work or school, that there wasn't much else to do. I was really excited to see my friends at school and see how career day turned out.
But boring? Me? Never. I think it's up to each one of us to find things that make our life full and bring us joy. We can pass time with TV and video games, and I like that stuff too. But if we make an effort to do more, there is always something we can learn and something to give back. Oh, looks like time's up.
kiddo. How you feeling?
A little better.
Good. What'd you do today?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, let's go home and start on your project.
Oh, that's okay. I actually got a lot done on that today after we had pancakes for lunch. Grandma helped. Well, goodbye. And thank you for letting me come over today. I hope you don't get...
What's all this?
Just a little ASL. You know, American Sign Language.
You learned that today?
I guess so.
Hey, thanks for your help with the letters. Remember, Saturday at 10, I'll pick you up, and we'll pop over and walk some dogs.
Wait, what's all this? What dogs?
Oh, it's no big deal. I'm going with Grandma on Saturday to volunteer at the shelter. They need help walking the dogs. We're not doing anything, are we?
No, that should be fine.
Okay, here you are. Careful, it's still wet. Maybe you still have time to add a yoga zombie.
And ruin this masterpiece? I don't think so. Bye.
Bye.
I don't want to go to school tomorrow.
You're not feeling okay?
No, it'll just be so boring.